Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with session number 5 of our ICT skills basic computer operation. So we are going to talk about hardware and software. We know our computer system is consists of two main parts, that is the hardware and the software one, right? The physical part, that means the part we can touch, is called hardware, like your monitor, keyboard, mouse, these all comes under the hardware. Now, the part that we cannot see, or you can say the part we cannot touch, are known as the software. And software are the one who runs the hardware. Hardware would not be of any use without the software. So software are the ones that help hardware to run. Now our most important software is operating system. Now what do you mean by operating system? See, the Windows, Android, Linux, Unix, Ubuntu, iOS, these all are the operating system. These all are the softwares that help the hardware to run. So whenever we start our computer, the first software that upload is operating system. Then other softwares work on the basis of the operating system. You can note down the definition of the operating system as it is an interface between the hardware and the software. So this is the software that starts working as soon as we switch on a computer. It displays the desktop on the monitor. Some of the most commonly used operating systems for laptops and desktops are Ubuntu, Microsoft Windows, Mac operating system. Similarly, as we have operating system in our computer, likewise we have operating system in our mobile phone also, like Apple iOS, Google Android are the operating system for our mobile phones. Let us look how we start our computer. What is the first thing you do after you wake up in the morning? What if your father tells you to do your homework immediately? Can you do it? Maybe, but normally you would do some daily activities and get ready before you start working. So as we get ready before starting our work, similar in the same manner, our computer system do the same process. Before it get ready, it has to perform some activities. Let's see what are those activities. To start a computer, press the power button on the CPU. This will start the Windows operating system and display the Windows desktop on the monitor. Now the first basic program that runs on our computer system is basic input output system. As soon as it's switched on or the power button is pushed on, the BIOS run. BIOS full form is basic input output system. Now what does BIOS do? BIOS is also known as a self-test. Self-test means the computer will do its own test that all the hardware and all the hardware that is connected to our computer system is working or not. Like computer keyboard, mouse and printer that is connected to our computer system is in a working state or not. If they are in a working state, like if they are working properly, then the BIOS will upload the operating system. That means if the self-test is cleared, then the operating system will load. If it is not cleared, that means one of the system or one of the hardware is not working properly, then our operating system will not upload and it will show an error. Coming to the login and logout. As we all know, likewise we have our Facebook login ID password or Instagram login ID password. In the similar way, in a computer system we can have different users name. and on a different user's name we can put a different password, login ID and password. So it is recommended all the time whenever you are going away from your computer system or you are moving from there, just log out from your system or shut down your system. When you log into the computer with your ID and password, the computer knows that you are authorized person and allow you to work on the application in the computer. Once you finish working, you must log out or sign out so that no one can see your work. So जब भी आप वर्क कर रहे हो तो अपने ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन की तरह वर्क करो. ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन मीन्स that you are the one who knows the password and you have the authenticity to work on the computer system. Shutting down a computer. Shutting down a computer, that means when you are going away from your system or you don't want to work anymore on your system, you just have to shut down. Like in figure 3.25, go to the settings, like here, hit the setting and move to the shutdown option. Using the keyboard. This is figure 3.26 shows the parts of a keyboard. Firstly, we are going to read about the functional keys. These are from F1 to F12. These all are our functional keys. Now, what are the function keys? They perform some specific functions. Likewise, the function of the F1 key is the most program is to get help on the program. That means जब भी आप कोई सॉफ्टवेयर यूज कर रहे हो तो उसमें जो ये F1 वाली की है हमेशा ही रिजर्व्ड रहती है टू हेल्प फ्रॉम अ प्रोग्राम. जो भी आप प्रोग्राम यूज करने जा रहे हो, अगर आपको उस प्रोग्राम में हेल्प चाहिए, you can use F1. I can give you one more example. If you are going to press Alt plus F4, the current window will minimize. If you are going to press F5 only, functional key 5, then it will refresh your window. So there are the different functional keys that will perform different functions. Now coming to the control keys. What are the control keys? See, Control, Alt, space bar, caps lock and tab. These all are your control keys. See, we know caps lock, right? Shift key is used to have uppercase characters. Space bar is used to move rightwards with one character space, and tab is used to move rightwards with 0.5 inches space, right? So there is a difference between space bar and tab. With space bar you are going to have one character space, and with tab you are going to have 0.5 inches space that almost cover 4 to 5 characters. Enter key. See, enter key is also known as the return key, used to have the new line. Now, punctuation keys. We have punctuation keys on our keyboard such as colon, semicolon, question mark, single quotation marks and double quotation marks. Now for the navigation keys. Navigation keys are home, end, page up and page down. See, we are going to study first with the page up, then page down. I am going to press page up from my keyboard. See, we are moving one page up and now I am pressing page down. We are going one page down. So page up will let you one page up and page down will let you one page down. Now what about home and end key? With the home, you are going to move to the first character of your line, like towards the left, starting of your line. With the end, you are going to the last character of your line, that means end of a line. Clear? Now the command keys. Command keys are insert, delete and backspace. With the insert, we will help you to overwrite the characters. If you want to overwrite your characters, then you have to press the insert key from your keyboard. Delete and backspace perform the same function to delete some character or remove some characters. But what is the difference exactly? See, if you want to delete or remove the character on the left side of your cursor, then you have to press backspace. If you want to remove the character on the right side of your cursor, then you have to press delete. So for the right, you have to press delete. For the left, you have to press the backspace. Window key, we know by pressing the window key, the start menu appears. Like I am pressing the window key from my keyboard. So here's the start button and right, using a mouse. Now we all know how our mouse look. Let's have a look on figure number 3.27. It has left click, right click and a scroll. So how our mouse work? First function of our mouse is roll over or hover. Like what is roll over and hover? Let us understand. See, now you can see on my screen I am pointing on this point, right? It is showing it is a selection tool for text and images. What I am doing, I am just pointing on it what it is and it is describing me what it is, right? So whenever we are scrolling on our data, it just shows what is exactly that data contain. Like figure number 3.28 shows the rollover example. We are rolling over our data and it is showing it's an open document spreadsheet, English marks, class 12.ods. .ods stands for open document spreadsheet. That means it is an open office spreadsheet file. It is on the Pankaj folder, right? Created on this date, this time, and this much is the size of your file. Now it can also help in point and click. Likewise, we want to open an file. We just point on that file and click on that file. What kind of click? Left click. Now drag and drop. Drag and drop means if you want to move a file from one location to a new location, you just drag it and drop it. Let me give you an example for this. For example, you are moving your WhatsApp application from your phone to some other location. So what you guys do, you just click on your application, hold it and just drag it to your new location. So what you are doing, drag and drop. Same way in our mouse, we do it with the left click of our mouse. Double click, when we click twice on the left click, it is known as the double click. It helps us to open the file. So we are done with the session number 5 today. I hope you understand it. It's very easy. We will continue with this session number 6 in the next video.